Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We're glad that you all could be with us. Also, joining us are our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. We're excited to welcome Semaj the Poet to our program today. We're going to talk to Semaj not only about his love of words, but also what it's been like for him to share the power and the entertaining value of words with the world and to see the response. He's having a really good 2021. We're going to talk to him about what he's looking forward to as we're going throughout the final months of the year, and of course, let you guys know where to stay connected with him as well. Semaj, hello to you, and welcome to the program.
Thank you. Appreciate you for having me on, brother.
Okay, glad to do it. So let's begin there. Let's talk about the year that's been 2021. I mean, could you have imagined, considering everything we've all kind of been living through, Semaj, over the past year and a half now, that you would be having the year that you're having this year?
Definitely not. It's been a wild ride, brother. It's been a lot of ups, downs, and ups. Especially with the world going through COVID and everything that's kind of happening now. I couldn't have even guessed that I would be, where I'm, currently positioned with me and my team being 100% independent and just trying to just navigate what's going on right now.
Yeah. And I think that is the thing, and we're going to be talking about the music that people are talking about now, like Lemonade. I'll get into that a little bit later. But I want to also talk about this journey for you and realizing the power of words, because I think for a lot of people, that is really where your strength is, realizing how you could use words to your own advantage. When did you realize that for yourself, Semaj?
You know what? I actually started off doing poetry, and that really was my first love. And then one day, and I remember, I think I was in high school, my friend was like, why don't you just start writing music? And I was like, you know what? That's a pretty good idea. And my dad, he was a pastor. So I had been raised I always saw how powerful words could be if you said it the right way. Right, and a lot of my, the people that I look up to are, the Tony Robbins's, the Jim Rohns, the Earl Shows, the people that are the kind of modern fathers of just motivation. And the more I kind of dug my hands into things like that, the more I saw I could just touch people's lives, and it's just been beautiful.
One of the things I noticed when I was prepping for your segment, Semaj, you've had a big feature this year. We're going to get into that. But even before that, in November of 2020, there was an article in Disrupt Magazine that featured you. And one of the things that you said when it came to that feature, you said this: I'm taking it a day at a time, good vibes, good people, great energy. We are all meant to be more than what we are right now. Have you always known that, or is that something you've grown to realize, that you were so much more than where you were at the current time?
You know what? I've always been able to just kind of guard my energy. Even when I was just little, I remember telling people that I wanted to get to, I want to get on TV. I want to be able to touch people with my music. And I remember, this is crazy, I was 16 and I was working as a painter's apprentice. And one of the older guys, and he had to be probably 50 or 60, and I'm a little 15, 16-year-old me. I told him my dreams, and he told me probably shouldn't pursue that. And he was like, well, my brother tried that. It didn't work for him. And I've just always been able to kind of guard my energy. And I realized that, somebody's opinion of me does not dictate my reality. And I've always just had that type of kind of can-do attitude. I'm always the glass half full type of guy. And it served me well. When it comes to even the entertainment business, a lot of this, it's not what you're doing, it's who you're doing it with. And, you know, it's always just served me very well to just always remind myself that no sacrifice, no blessing. And that's just, like you said, a day at a time, one day at a time. That's all I do.
Right. And you fast forward from that feature in Disrupt to, I mean, the feature that had you geeked in Entrepreneur Mindset magazine. I mean, talk to us about that. I mean, what was that like for you again to see not only have you continued to push onward and upward, Semaj, but also how that was being recognized by other people?
I kind of lost my, I don't want to cuss. I kind of lost my stuff when I, you know, it was just kind of like stuff coming full circle, right?
Yeah.
And I've been, you know, grinding for so long, with, you know, no label, no, you know, kind of benefactor type deal, and just having that, it's hard to kind of explain because, you know, my mom passed away about 2 years ago, and I never really got to retire her, and that's something that kind of weighs down on me a lot. So to finally kind of reach that level of my career and still have, you know, obviously there's every time you climb a mountain, there's another mountain to climb.
Right.
But to be able to see something like that that's in the physical realm and be recognized for, you know, what I've been able to accomplish so far, it's just crazy. I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed and highly favored every day I wake up. I'm like, well, time to get to it.
That's right. And that leads us then to social media. So talk to us about how you knew you had to use it, Semaj, when it came to your career and reaching your audience.
So when it comes to social media, nowadays you have to have one. There's no way around it. If you don't have an Instagram, you know, a YouTube, a Spotify, you might as well be invisible. It sucks, but it's literally how people, it's how we see the world nowadays. And the bigger your social media presence is, if you look at it as a tool and you take it for what it is and you don't get kind of swallowed up by it, it's literally the difference between kind of life and death as an artist or a business or a brand. And me and my team, we take social media very, very, very seriously.
Yeah. And I think that is one of those big things there, and it's something that I think everyone needs to realize. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, either on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. Semaj the Poet is our guest for this segment. We're talking with him not only about the year that's been 2021, but also what it's been like for him to see all the hard work paying off, what it's been like for him to do what he loves and share that with all of you, and, of course, the music. So, Semaj, the single that a lot of people have gotten to know now is Lemonade. Talk to us about what it's been like for you to see now, even as we're going into the fall, the latter part of 2021, that song is still resonating with listeners.
It's great. I actually wrote Lemonade last year. I wrote it between LA and Arizona, and it was just a whole vibe out there. I wrote it, came home, recorded it, and then was like, okay, let me just throw it out. And people were like, this is my jam. And I'm all about feel-good music, which is obviously, you know, my business, my brand. You know, it's all about being able to throw on a song and your grandma can dance to it, your kids can dance to it, you know, the guy off the block can dance to it, the girl in Whole Foods can dance to it, and seeing people kind of have their just light up when I go on stage and I do a song like that, especially when the music industry is kind of the way it is right now. People are always 100% surprised when I go up there and basically do funk. And they're like, I love this. More of this. I need more of this. And it's been beautiful.
How did you get to a place, or what helped you get to a place, Semaj, where you were okay just being you? Like you just said, people might look at you and expect one thing and get something totally different, and that is great for you. That's great to you and what you want to do. But how did you get to a place, because you know, just like I know in your business, there's so many people who feel like they have to be like X, Y, or Z. How did you get to a place where you were just good just being yourself?
That's a great question. Believe it or not, I used to actually be a straight up just rapidy rapper. Like pants sagging, hat tilted. And like you said, it was kind of me. It was what I thought I had to be as an artist, because that's what was around me. But the things that I actually liked were the OJs and Michael Jackson and Temptations, and that's the type of music that I loved. But I never really knew that I could make that type of music. And when I would say the technology kind of caught up to it, and I was like, you know what? From now on, I'm just going to do this type of music. And I just started making kind of this funk, hip-hop, rap, pop type of feeling music about 2 or 3 years ago. And I just woke up one day and I said, this is the music I want to make. This is the music that makes me dance. This is the music that makes people feel good. And what's the word? I think what really made me double down on it was the first time I performed one of my songs that was this type of music, and it was at a charity event. And everybody, I remember it's like it was yesterday. All the people kind of looked up, and I remember a grandma and her little her granddaughter were dancing, and I was like, this is it. This is it. This is what I love. Like, I need more of this in my life. And that was just a catalyst to me saying, okay, this is the type of music I'm going to make. I don't care if people like it or if they don't like it. This is the type of music I was made to produce and put into the world.
Yeah. What a great thing, and what a powerful thing. And that brings us to back full circle then, how we started this conversation, Semaj. So now that we are where we are, the last few months of 2021, some people are excited about this year ending. Others are looking to make as much of it as they can. What are you looking forward to the rest of this year?
Definitely releasing the Lemonade music video.
Okay.
I'm actually going to be on NBC next month. Performing Lemonade, so that's a huge look. I'm eternally grateful for that. And I'm releasing 4 EPs in January. So the white EP, the yellow EP, the black EP, and the white EP, and they're all different vibes. Good vibes.
Oh, wow.
All good vibes.
Right.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. I write so much music.
that is amazing. Right. That's amazing. Well, that gives people something to look forward to. So, Semaj, how can they stay connected with you and kind of keep up with the updates on everything?
Just follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Semaj the Poet, SemajThePoet, and I'm always on there. Feel free to shoot me a DM. I'm always around. I'm always on my social media.
All right, Semaj. Congratulations to you again, man. Great conversation with you. Again, everyone, Semaj the Poet. And Semaj, it goes without saying, man, you're welcome back here anytime.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you for having me.
Hey, glad to do it. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. And let's go make today amazing. Take care.